A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Because they have no sources, they just make them up when there are none. The dishonest media did not explain that I called the fake news the enemy of the people, the fake news. They dropped off the word fake, and all of a sudden, the story became the media is the enemy. They take the word fake out. And now I'm saying, oh, no, this is no good. But that's the way they are. I don't mind bad stories if I deserve them. And I tell you, I love good stories, but we won't. I don't get too many of them. They shouldn't be allowed to use sources unless they use somebody's name. Let their name be put out there. Let their name be put out. A source says that Donald Trump is a horrible, horrible human being. Let him say it to my face. Somebody said, a poll came out. And I say, what network is it? And they'll say a certain, let's not even mention names, right? They say that we can't criticize their dishonest coverage because of the First Amendment. You know, they always bring up the First Amendment. And I love the First Amendment. Nobody loves it better than me. Nobody. I mean, who uses it more than I do?
MSNBC is a crack house for intravenous idiocy. He's your daily leftist detox counselor, your fearless host, Brock Lawley.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, it's getting harder and harder not to just completely become a fanboy of this guy. Trying to stay impartial on an intellectual level. But I have my entire adult life been telling everybody who will listen, the American media is disgusting. The American media is the enemy. The American media, even though there are people lopping off heads, the American media is the greatest enemy because they're not honest about people lopping off heads. And this guy comes along and word for word takes it to him. Takes it to him like Mike Tyson in the 90s. Takes it to him, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just be honest, CNN is as exposed as a ginger laying on the beach without sunblock. I mean, just buck naked, transparent, exposed, and they're having a fit about it. A fit about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't love this enough. I cannot love this enough. Take it to the media every single day. Discredit them. Run them down. Constantly villainize them. Destroy them. Why? Not because we don't need a fourth estate, because they have no interest in being a fourth estate. They will never be a fourth estate. What they need to be is a pile of ashes so new buds can grow and we can actually have journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, when every word you utter, when every single word you utter about something or someplace or somebody is despicable, you're not a journalist. It's impossible that everything be despicable. Ladies and gentlemen, if everything is a catastrophe, nothing's a catastrophe. If everything's hysterics, nothing's hysterics. That's the problem with the media, but that's not even the problem. The problem is that they're mindfully, willfully, purposefully dishonest. They are Democrat operatives. They are establishment enablers. They are the establishment. They all cocktail together. They all marry together. They're neighbors. They're fun. They're trust fund buddy. Baby kids all educate together, if that's what you want to call it, in these public/private schools. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump has literally done everything in spades that I can imagine. Now look, what's their point? What's their refute? Well, how are they going to frame this? Well, they're going to frame it that he's some sort of totalitarian fascist. After all, who would criticize the media? The media. The shiner of light into the darkness. The media. The vetters of power. Afflicting the powerful. Afflicting the powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody, no human being on this planet and maybe a couple animals believe that this media, Alphabet Soup, ABC, NBC, CBS, NPR, PBS, the whole night, MSNBC, Fox News even, everybody. These people aren't the media. They're not the media. Give me a break. They wake up every day and try to deceive you. They wake up every day and try to lie to you. You know it. I know it. CNN has a rap sheet the size of my... exposing them. thoroughly exposing them, not only in the last election. WikiLeaks filed a lawsuit of defamation against them. CNN, give me a break, and they're the big barker. We're CNN. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Amendment, by the way, this is hysterical to me on many levels, but let's just be clear. Donald Trump is doing nothing to affect the First Amendment. Nothing. Nothing. You know who's doing something to affect the First Amendment? Democrat hacks, leftist hacks, the top of the party trying to stifle speech at college campuses, trying to stifle speech everywhere with PC muzzles, with speech code violations. I mean, it takes the form in a million different shades, right? You can't say this, you can't say that. This is offensive, that's offensive. So these people, this crowd, is now straight-faced. And all the alphabet soup enablers have been preaching this nonsense. Did you hear what he said? Did he say? What did he say? What he said has to be punished. This is them. This is the left. And now they're like, free speech. Free speech. The people don't care about free speech. I could cite you thousands of stories unearthing blatant attacks on the First Amendment from the left. All the threats to the First Amendment at stage left. All of them. Donald Trump is saying, look, if you're going to write something accusing somebody, you should have a source. I went to journalism school. He's 100% right. A mythical, shadowy creature in the deep, dark state is saying Donald Trump likes some seedy sexual behavior. How do I know this? Secret sources. Print. Okay, here's how you drive this home. Imagine somebody did that to your mother. Some secret source I will not reveal has said some unspeakably horrific thing about your mother. Go to print on a national paper. Does that pass the smell test to you? Does that sound like it's on the up and up? Oh, well, if it's the president, it's okay. I suppose. But it's okay also, I suppose, in a Wild Wild West free speech environment, which I do advocate for, you do have to deal with defamation. You have to deal with slander and libel, which certainly the president does. But the president certainly gets to go out on a stump speech and lay waste to the liars. That has to also be in the ring, right? Ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, this last election just proved that this isn't even... Why does one need to even make this argument? Every time you get lock horns with some lefty on the media, oh my gosh, Donald Trump, these people, they could care less about a fourth estate. They could care less about a watchdog media. Where were these bloodhounds, by the way, 8 years ago? All the last 8 years. You know as well as I do. I don't even need to finish that thought. Give me a break. Donald Trump has done nothing. Nothing. If you want the privilege of coming to a press conference, that's his prerogative. Look, here's the thing. You are not hard up for information. You are not hard up for information about Donald Trump. Not only do you have every single stitch of information about Donald Trump, you have an entire library of total libelous lies from the left. If you want to explore that wing, that sort of, branch of the building that is the new media. So not only do you have exactly the time signature that Donald Trump passes gas in the morning, which you do, but you also have a host of unlocked rooms that you can explore around of totally made up bullcrap. There is no problem. You know what? Donald Trump is as transparent a man, let alone an administration, that this country has ever seen. You know what wasn't? The last White House that met with lobbyists outside of the White House so they wouldn't have to log them in. They wouldn't have to log them into the White House so you wouldn't know. This is all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Why? Because Donald Trump is going scorched earth on Washington, D.C. He's going scorched earth on establishment power. He's going scorched earth on Washington, D.C. tentacles, which definitely is the alphabet media, which is all the lobbyists, which is the Republican Party, which is the Democrat Party, which is the deep state, or whatever you want to call these bureaucratic fools, which you never elected, but have lifetime appointees in every little nook and cranny of that hellhole that is Washington, D.C. Donald Trump is going scorched earth on that stuff. So all this is all just nonsense. I promise you this. Donald Trump steps across the line constitutionally. I promise you this. Donald Trump does anything that actually is fascistic, I will come to you and tell you. And I don't think you'll even need that, by the way. It'll be obvious. Not agreeing with the left, not enabling Washington, D.C., not enabling establishment power is not a problem for you. No, that's a big win. W-I-N, capital W-I-N, win for you. We the people, the American people, that's exactly why these statist hacks hate it. Thank you for listening to the Brock Lawley program.
Democrats will regret the power grab.